sit on whatever is going to work for you. So sitting it up nice and tall, maybe rocking it a little bit from side to side or a little bit from front to back, just to begin to ground, to root yourself, to begin to quiet everything, slow everything down, prepare yourself for the practice today. It might be a little slower. My brain's working a little slower, so we'll see how it goes. But just sitting ourselves up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and start off with some torso circles. So let's go ahead and circle our torso. So if you were rocking it a little bit from side to side or front to back, all you have to do is just add in this nice little torso circle. And you can circle as big as you want to here. That feels good just all over. Maybe you feel low back, maybe those hip flexors. And then let's go ahead and circle the torso the other way. Making nice big circles here. Good. And then go ahead and bring that back to center, sitting that up tall. And let's roll our shoulders back. So let's go and roll that out. And then roll that forward. Good. And roll that back. And roll that forward. Good. Up a little taller here. Drop our chin to chest. I am really thankful though that this cold thing, is not the one that everybody got with the cough. I do not have the cough. I'm so thankful for that. So thankful. Go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. And take our eyes to sky, because it's like everybody that I've talked to is like, oh, did you get the cough? And I'm like, thankfully. Drop that chin back to chest. And eyes to sky. Because everybody I've known that has gotten that cough, it's hung on. So let's go ahead and look to the right. And then to the left. And then let's look to the right. And to the left. And thankfully Aaron didn't get the cough either. We both just got the nasty, cold. Bring that back to center and drop that ear to shoulder, right ear to right shoulder. Maybe release that left arm to get some release tension in the left side of the neck. If you want to, you don't have to. Bring that head center and then drop our left ear to left shoulder and maybe release that right arm. And then bring that head back to center. Drop our chin to chest, ear to shoulder, chin to chest, and other ear to shoulder. Let's take this from side to side. Nice neck circles here. Chest rotating. Good. Go ahead and drop that chin back to chest. Lift that head up to center. Roll our shoulders back. And roll that forward again. Good. Shake out those arms and let's do a few sun breaths here. Let's inhale and sweep those arms up. And exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. Let's go ahead and drop our right hand down and reach it over with that left arm. So trying to keep our left glute, left leg down onto the floor, reaching over left arm. Stretching through that. Very nice. And then let's inhale and sweep it center. And then as we exhale, let's go ahead and drop our left hand down. reach with the right. So reaching through the right side of the body. Let's keep our right hip, right glute, right leg down on the floor. And just stretching through the right side of the body and using that breath here. Allowing that inhale to expand and then allowing that exhale to smooth everything as that breath leaves your body. Very good. Let's inhale and sweep it up. And then exhale and release. Inhale, sweep it up again. And exhale it. And one more time, inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale this time, let's clasp our hands behind us if that's available to you. If you've got tight shoulders or a tight chest, feel free to use a strap or a towel. But opening that chest, opening those arms. Oh, and shoulders. Sitting that up nice and tall. Go ahead and drop our chin to chest. Lift our heads to center. Let's look to the right and look to the left. Head back to neutral. Drop that ear to shoulder. And other ear to shoulder. And head back to center. Let's go ahead and bend at our elbows. Take our hands over to our right waist and squeeze that back. Good, and then over to the left waist and squeeze that elbow back. Good, and then release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale this out. Good, and inhale and sweep this up. And exhale that out. Very nice. Roll our shoulders back and roll that forward again. Drop our chin back to chest again. Lift that head up to center. Take our eyes to sky. Let's take our head back to neutral. Take our left hand to our right thigh. Right hand, you can just place it beside you, or you can have your thumb follow your spine down. And we're going to begin with a little bit of spinal twisting. So first, little spinal twist. Feels very good. Nice twist here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then bring that back to center. Let's take our right hand to our left thigh, and that left hand can be on the floor, or your thumb can follow your spine, so that's a little bit behind you. And let's do spinal twist on this other side, on our left side. And breathing into this little twist. Don't worry, we'll make our twist bigger. We'll get bigger twists here soon. But just starting off with these little twists, or starting at that tailbone, working our way up to the neck. Good, bring ourselves back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. This time, let's drop our left hand to our right thigh as we exhale, and let's twist it again deeper. So twisting to the right, breathe it, inhale deep, and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deep, and exhale it out. Bring ourselves back to center. Inhale and sweep those arms up. And then let's go ahead and drop our right hand to our left thigh, left hand behind us. Deep twist here and breathe that here. Hold this twist, hold this breathing. And I'm going to bring that back to center. Good. Let's inhale and sweep this up. We're going to drop our right hand off to the right side once again. And we're going to reach over with that left arm. But this time, go ahead and take that left hand to that lowest rib cage. lowest rib, not lowest rib cage, lowest rib on your rib cage. And let's twist, ooh, twist that torso open, and that will also open up that inner thigh a little bit too. So we'll twist this open and breathing this here. And then bring this to center. Take the left hand back to that thigh and twist it to the right. One more twist on this side, like this, and breathe. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep it up. Go ahead and drop that down. We're over to the left side again. And then let's take the hand to our lowest rib and twist it open here. Woo. Rib cage is twisting open, inner thigh hip is twisting open. Breathing this. And then take that left hand right to that right hand to the left thigh. I told you my brain it's not quite there yet. And twist. Twist it to the left, even deeper here. Good. And bring that back to center. Roll our shoulders back and go ahead and roll that forward. Very nice. If you're sitting on something, you can go ahead and move that off to the side. We're going to lean ourselves back onto our hands. You can take your feet as wide as your hips or a little bit wider. And let's go ahead and draw those knees from side to side, waking up our hip flexors. Nice windshield wipers going with those legs. Good, let's go ahead and keep that right leg in front, nice right zigzag, up nice and tall in the center, and let's twist it over to the left first. So big twist to the left. And then big twist to the right. So big twist, big twist, big twist to the right. Hip and glute lifted up off the ground, maybe, possibly. If you have a super flexible, if you've got super flexible hips, then maybe they're not lifted up off the ground. And maybe you're looking over your shoulder and breathing deeply here. Enjoy this wonderful twist. And let's take ourselves back to center and let's go quick twist for 4. So take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. So we're centered here. Now what we're going to do, go ahead and center our torso over our front thigh and lean this forward. So it's just getting a slight little more stretch in that front hip flexor, in that right hip flexor, in the right glute, back of the leg. And if you want, if you're already there, if your mobility is already there, you can walk your arms out further, or it can be down on your elbows, or it can be all the way down if that feels good for you. So listen to your body. That might feel like such a wonderful stretch for you. Just taking yourself there into this baby modified pigeon. Kind of what this is. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves back to center, lean ourselves back, and then let's go from side to side here again. Lean our legs. Windshield bring them the other side. Good. Well, both sides, but we'll go to the other side in just a moment. Just taking it up from side to side. Good, let's go ahead and keep our left leg in front. Sit this up tall. Go ahead and twist over to the right first. So a tall twist to the right. And then our wonderful big twist to the left. Go ahead and twist that. Oh, yeah. And looking over that shoulder. Left shoulder, maybe if it's available to you, if it's a possibility for you. Just enjoy this nice, wonderful twist. and bring it back to center. And then let's go quick for 4. Let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. So we're up straight, and then let's go ahead and take our torso right over our front thigh. You can have your hands by your knee, walk your hands out, or elbows, or all the way down. Again, it's wherever your mobility, wherever it feels good for you. Listening to your body, not painful. So it can be comfortably uncomfortable, or it can feel like that really good stretch wise, but you don't want it to be painful. And breathing into this little pigeon here. And then go ahead and bring ourselves up, lean ourselves back again. A few more windshield wipers here. Oh yeah, that feels very good. Good, good. And then let's go ahead and take our legs nice and long. Let's keep our knees bent though first. So let's flex through our feet, keep our knees bent, sit ourselves up tall, reach up through our arms, and then let's go and hinge this forward so that we are stretching through our spine. You'll probably feel the stretch in the back of the legs too, but we're stretching through our spine. Keep our shoulders down and back. Inhale and lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale and lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale and lift, and exhale, hinge. And inhale and lift, and exhale, hinge. And inhale and lift. And then let's go ahead and keep this lift here. As we exhale, we're still sitting up tall. Let's lengthen through our arms here so that we're in a boat. And you can take your feet a little bit apart if you want. You don't have to. And maybe the knees bend a little bit more. So we're in a nice boat pose here. Ooh, I'm feeling that. Yes. Hold this boat pose. Let's breathe it here. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. And again, inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale. And exhale this out. Good. Take our arms behind us. Bend our knees and place our feet flat on the floor. Let's go into a reverse table. Fingers are facing towards our feet. And let's go ahead and lift our pelvis up. Neck is neutral. So we're either just gazing up at the sky or up at the ceiling or straight in front of you, but not way up at the sky. So our head isn't crunched back. It's looking just slightly forward or straight in front of you, keeping that nice and neutral neck. That concentrating on lifting that pelvis up, but that nice pelvis lift. Having to use our glutes, having to use the strength of our arms, our glutes, feeling it in the biceps and the triceps and the shoulders. Very good. Keep holding this and keep breathing. Inhale it here and exhale it out. And again, inhale it here and exhale it out. Good. Drop that pelvis. Simple cross leg. Hinge this forward. Pull. Very good. Now we're going to go either back into that reverse table or into a reverse plank. Up to you. Reverse plank is a little more difficult. And if you need to go down onto your elbows, if it hurts your wrists, you can do that. We've got our legs nice and long if you're going to go here. Otherwise, we're going to go back into that table too. So pressing our heels into the floor, pressing your feet into the floor. Let's go ahead and press those hands back into the floor and lift that pelvis up. Just in either one of our things, if you're doing the plank or if you're doing the table, reverse table, we're lifting with that pelvis, lifting with those glutes, strong glutes, strong core, holding this and breathing this. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deeply and exhale it out. One more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, drop that pelvis down, back into simple cross leg, sit up tall and hinge this forward to get a good opposing stretch for those hips, hip flexors. And then we're gonna go into our staff pose. So up tall again, sitting up tall, lengthen through our legs. This time both of our legs are straight. Finding that, like, I don't know if it's the pants or if it's my legs, but one of my leggings is like super longer than the other. It's like, I'm like, I don't know, my legs are way longer. One is way longer than the other. Sitting it up nice and tall, flexing through our feet, strong legs, strong arms. Let's lift up into a staff pose. One of the most difficult poses in yoga is this staff pose because you're having to engage everything here. Let's go ahead and breathe in this. Inhale deeply and exhale it out. Again, inhale deeply and exhale it out. And one more time, inhale deeply and exhale it out. Very good. Releasing our arms down. Let's go ahead and bring our right leg in. Give that right leg a nice big hug. So it's like a half jackknife here. And then let's take our right leg over our left. Wrap our left arm around. And let's twist it to the right. Ooh, and get that wonderful stretch in that glute, in that hip. Looking over to the right and breathing. And then let's twist it to the inside. So twisting to the left. Same thing, same big deep breath here. And then bring this back to center. Let's bring the bottom of our foot towards our inner thigh. Peace fingers, either reaching for the big toe or hand to the shin or hand to the ankle. And let's go ahead and reach this over. And you can use that other arm to reach over, or just like we did earlier, you can have your hand on your lowest rib to open this up. Oh, that feels good. And breathe. And then let's go ahead and release that. Good. Lengthen back through our legs. Let's find our staff pose and breathe 3 times in our staff pose once again. So reach up through our arms, sitting up nice and tall. Let's inhale it here and exhale it out. And again, inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good, strong arms, strong legs. Let's bring our left leg in. Give that a nice big hug. So half jackknife here. Keeping our right foot flexed. Let's take that left over right. Wrap our right arm around our left leg and twist that. Oh, yeah. And breathe. And then let's breathe it towards the inside. So to the right. And bring that back to center. Let's take that foot to the inside of the thigh. Peace fingers either for that big toe or hand to shin or hand around ankle. Or if you really, really tight, you can have your hand on your thigh. Otherwise, let's go ahead and either reach this over or hand to that lowest rib. This side is tighter, and breathe. And then bring this back to center. Very nice. Let's go ahead and grab our block, one of our blocks, and take ourselves down onto our backs for a little bit of bridge work, a little bit of warming, a little warm up for the back, or continuing to warm up. So we've got that block between our knees to help automatically engage those inner thighs. Feet are lined up with our knees are lined up with our hips. Let's go ahead and lift our pelvis up towards the ceiling, and then slowly lower our pelvis down towards the floor. Just taking a nice lift and lower just a few times here. You could take this at your own pace. We'll add in breath work with it in just a moment, but just do a little bit of your own just to find where your hips and low back are at, and taking that down. We're going to add in a square breath. So it's going to be inhale, lifting for 4, holding at the top for 4, exhale. Well, you're going to exhale at the top. So holding at the top. Yes. Holding at the top for 4, and then lowering for 4, and then holding at the bottom for 4. Let's go ahead. Inhale, lift it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale, lowering it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do a few more of these. So inhale it up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that again. Lift it up. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top, and we're going to hold this here. So we're holding for 3, 2, 1, but keep holding, and you can normally breathe in this bridge. So we're just holding this. If you even want to walk your feet a little closer, your heels a little closer to your glutes, you can. Just finding some stability here. Finding, like I said, it's so funny how having a cold or being sick, it's like, was I this week before? My quads are burning. So yes, listening to your body and breathing. Inhaling and exhaling, holding this bridge. You can do this. This is a good strengthening pose. It's also building fire in those muscles, preparing ourselves for when we get to our sun salutations with more of our movement. Holding, holding. Let's go ahead and inhale here. And then let's slowly exhale for 4 and drop that pelvis. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And you can release that pelvis down to the floor. You can release that block. Let's drop our knees over to our side, take ourselves onto our side, and press ourselves up onto all 4s. So we'll bring ourselves onto all 4s. You can grab that block, place it with your other block where you want it for when we go to our sun salutations. So you might want those blocked at the front of your mat. And we're going to find ourselves on all 4s. Shoulders are right over our wrists. We've got our nice alignment. Shoulders are over our wrists, and our hips are right over our knees. Again, really nice alignment here. Let's drop that belly towards the floor into a nice cow, and our eyes to the sky. And you can maybe rock this a little bit if you want, or take that front to back, rock from side to side, whatever feels best for you. And then let's go ahead and round that spine up. Take our chin to chest. Rounding, belly goes back towards the spine. Round, round. Good. And now let's do a few rounds of the cat and cow. So drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round our spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine, exhale. Good, bring our back nice and neutral, nice and flat. Let's go into our wonderful bird dog. So let's lengthen out through our right leg and then lengthen out through our left arm. So we've got that really good balance here, good balance pose. And then let's take our elbow to our knee 6 times. So let's bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. Here's 4 and reach. Here's 3 and reach. Here's 2 and reach. And last one, let's reach and hold. Hold this here, inhale it deeply. And exhale it. Release our arm, release our leg, child's pose. So our personal child's pose here, take our glutes back towards our heels, lengthen through those arms. Oh, enjoy this child's pose. And let's go ahead, look at our fingers, bring ourselves back up onto all fours, and let's lift our left leg up. So go ahead and lift our left leg up, lift our right arm up into that wonderful balance here. Holding this balance, elbow to knee 6 times on the side. So bring it in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. Here's 4 and reach. Here's 3 and reach. Last 2 and reach. And last one. Let's reach this out and hold. Good. Go ahead and release that arm. Release the leg, child's pose. Once again, take this back. Good, lengthening through our arms in this nice child's pose. Let's look forward at our hands. Walk our hands over to the right. Take our left hand right on top of that right hand and our left glute to that left heel. You get a good stretch up the left side of the torso. And then let's take it to the other side. So let's walk our hands over. Take our right hand on top of our left and our right glutes going towards that right heel. And breathe. And then bring this back to center. Good, bring ourselves up onto our knees. Let's face our front. We're gonna go into gate pose, and then we'll go into our modified half moon pose. Let's take our left leg out to the side. Left leg is out to the side, reaching up through our arms. So we have this nice gate pose. Leg is off to the side. And then we're gonna go into a balanced pose. So let's take our right hand down to the floor. Now you can stay here. And this is a balanced pose right here because you're like barely balanced on your foot and you're on your knee. So you're still working on your balance here. If you want to go further into a modified half moon, then feel free to lift and lower that leg or just lift that leg and hold. You can be doing this and lowering, lifting and lowering if you're working on building up some strength so that maybe you can eventually hold that up. Again, just listening to that body, where it's going to go today. And breathe. You can breathe. Good. If you have your leg up, go ahead and release that down. Bring ourselves back to center and let's reach ourselves over or reach that right arm over. Oh. Get that really good stretch off to the side. This is similar to when we're sitting in the chair and we do that our side fold over. Good, go ahead and release that. And let's take it to gate on the other side. So let's go ahead and take our right leg off to the side, reach up through our arms. So we've got our nice gate pose here. This is a strong pose. This is also, again, a balanced pose because we're just on that foot and on that knee. And then let's move this down into more of a balanced pose. So you can keep this here, or if you want to work on building the strength in that leg or the balance, you can bring that up into a modified half moon or lifting and lowering of that leg. And breathe. And then go ahead, if you have that leg up, release that down. And let's take ourselves center and reach it over to the right. And breathe. And then release. Very nice. And now we're going to move into a few sun salutations. So let's take ourselves onto all fours and we'll go into our first downward facing dog. So let's curl our toes under, keep our knees bent as we lift our tails to the ceiling. Relax that head and neck in between our shoulders. Maybe nod the head or shake the head. That always feels good. And begin to pedal our heels towards the floor, pedaling those feet towards the floor, heels towards the floor, stretching through those calves, legs, hamstrings. You've got a cold, you're feeling it in your face. Drop both of our heels down towards the floor, lift up on our toes, keep our heels high, and drop those heels over to one side. And lift that up and dropping over to the other side. And lifting that up center. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front of our mat. And you can have those blocks close to you. We'll grab for them in just a moment. We're going to let our arms dangle first, though. We're going to be in a nice ragdoll right here. So planted, our feet are planted, big toe, little toe heels. Feet are planted, letting those arms dangle. Letting that face relax. Maybe taking the opposite elbow with the opposite hand, making a frame for that head. Upper body is heavy, folded in half. And releasing those arms. And now we can grab those blocks. Let's inhale. Flatten through that back, nice flat back, nice tabletop. And then exhale and release. Inhale, our head's been low, so take it nice and slow as we lift this up. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it around to chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep it up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale and lifting up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Keep our right foot forward. Take our left foot back into a lunge. Left hand on the block or on the floor or on a chair, whatever works for you. And let's spinal twist over to the right. And breathing into this spinal twist, this strong spinal twist. Nice breath here. Bring this back to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Shift our weight forward, rock the fronts and the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart's going to go down to the floor. Heart's going to lift up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift them, press. Downward facing dog. Breathe in this down dog. And enjoy this down dog. And breathe. I'm laughing because I usually love down dog. With the sinus pressure, I'm like, enjoy it. Enjoy the down dog. Walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around the chair. Inhale and sweep. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Right foot's gonna stay forward, or left foot's gonna stay forward. Right foot's gonna go back into lunge. Right hand on a block or the floor or a chair. Whatever helps you with your lunge. And let's twist open. Oh, breathe. And bring yourselves back to center. Take that foot back to take the other foot into a top of plank. Shift that weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take our heart down, lift our heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. And walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold on the edge of our mat. Let's do this again. Let's go through those again. Let's inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Right foot forward, left foot back, lunge. Left hand on the block or on the floor. Spinal twist open to the right. Good, and breathe. And bring yourself back to center. Take that foot back to make the other foot into a top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl the toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog, and breathe. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Let's inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around the chair. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through spine. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward, right foot goes back. Right hand on the block or on the floor. Spinal twist open to the left. Bring it back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take our heart down, lift our heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Good, let's inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale around a chair. Let's do some strengthening for our legs. So let's go ahead and take our hands to our heart and we'll do our seated spinal twist. Right elbow to that left thigh. So seated spinal twist here and breathe. Bring ourselves back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through that back. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale around a chair. Let's go ahead and take it to seated spinal twist on the other side. So hands to heart and twisting to that other side and breathe. Center, inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Right foot stays forward. Left foot goes back into lunge. Let's go ahead, actually, let's, with our left foot back, drop our knee to the floor, uncurl our toe, and lengthen up so that we get a crescent on the floor. Yes, nice crescent on the floor. So our blocks, go ahead and grab those blocks, place them on either side of that leg that's in front, and go ahead and straighten through that leg. And let's hinge this forward so that you get a good stretch in that hamstring and calf. Ooh, on that leg. Good, and then we can lean into that. We've got a nice hip flexor here. Uncurl or curl under that back toe. Press ourselves back up. Drop our back heel. And we have used the blocks for help here, for support here. And then bring ourselves up into a nice warrior one. Very good. From our warrior one, let's open this up into proud warrior, warrior two. Relax that face, strong arms, strong legs. Drop that back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior, reach through that. Release our front leg. Both of our legs are now straight. We can tilt our hips over to the far side as we take ourselves down into a triangle. And always feel free to use blocks here if you like that. I like using blocks in my triangle. But you can have your hand on your shin, on your thigh. We don't want it on the knee joint, but it can be on the shin, on the thigh, or on the floor if you've got that flexibility, that mobility. And breathe. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves up back into a proud warrior, warrior two. And let's windmill our arms down towards the floor. Take our foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Shift that weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take our heart down, lift our heart up, baby cobra. Curl our toes under, let them press. Downward facing dog. And let's go ahead and walk those feet to meet those hands. Standing forward fold. And let's inhale, lengthen through that spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale around a chair. Inhale and sweep that up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Left foot's going to stay forward. Right foot's going to go back. Let's go ahead and drop that right knee, uncurl that toe, and we've got our nice crescent on the floor. Yeah, stretch through that. Good, and then just grab those blocks and allow that leg to straighten, left leg to straighten so that, and then kind of like hinge it forward so that you can stretch through that hamstring and calf. And again, I like using the blocks here to help with the movement and support. So go ahead and bend through that knee, get a nice hip flexor stretch here, curl that toe back under, bring ourselves back up into that lunge and drop that back heel. And then we can press ourselves up into a warrior one. Good, nice warrior one. And then open this up into proud warrior, warrior two. And breathe. Dropping that back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. And then bring ourselves back into that warrior two, release that front leg, tilt the hip, and let's take it into triangle. And breathe. And let's bring ourselves back up, warrior two, front warrior. And windmill our arms down towards the floor. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Let's shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take our heart down, lift our heart up. Good. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Going back to plank. Take ourselves back into that strong plank. Shift it forward again. Drop the fronts of the knees. Uncurl our toes. Take our heart down. Lift our heart up. This is good strength for that upper body. Curl our toes under. Lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. We're going to do that one more time. These chaturangas, these sun salutations, really good. The chaturanga part, good for the arms. Take ourselves back into top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up, makes me a little lightheaded. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Very nice. Good, let's drop to our knees and take ourselves back into a nice child's pose. This time with our child's pose, let's take our arms by our side, palms facing up, elbows dropping open off to the side. And breathe that. And hands by knees, let's press ourselves up. Take ourselves onto our backs, grab whatever you need for final relaxation. If you use an eye pillow, an EYE pillow, or pillows or blankets, whatever you use. And we're going to take ourselves onto our backs and move into a little bit of relaxation. So let's lengthen our legs towards one end of the room, reach through our arms towards the other end. If you want to put that eye over your eyes, you can, just for a little bit of darkness or heaviness on that face. Really reach at an inch or two to your height here, lengthening through our arms, lengthening through those legs. Maybe that low back is able to lift up off of the floor. Slowing everything down, quieting everything. Let's inhale it deeply here. And with a deep exhale, allow yourself to sink, to settle. Let those feet just fall open off to the side. Arms are open off to the side. And again, quieting everything, slowing everything. Maybe reviewing all of the poses, the stretches that you did during the practice today, the strengthening. Maybe your body feels a lot better or more challenged. Trying to slow that breath. Relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your scalp, the eyes, eyebrows, forehead. Still relaxing. Let's bend our knees and tuck our tailbone under so that the low back can press into the floor if that feels comfortable for you. Slowly. Let's drop our knees over to your most comfortable side and take yourself onto your side for a breath or two here. And taking your time, begin to slowly bring yourself up, press yourself up, lift yourself up into a seated pose that feels strong and supportive for you. So you can sit however you feel like it. I like to sit where the front of my feet can get that nice little stretch towards the end. So sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through our spine, crown of the head, and lifting towards the ceiling, feeling strong. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands together and exhaling, eyes are following our fingers, chin to chest. Lift that head center, take fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Bring our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Taking our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and exhale. One more time. Big cleansing inhale. And big cleansing exhale. And have a blessed rest of your day and a good weekend. And we'll see you next week.